Installing a closet pot light for the guest bedroom. This can be easily done utilizing the wiring that is already there, providing access. Besides planning out how you want things to be run, the first part of this project is to cut a hole out of the drywall to the exact size of adding an additional outlet box to your setup. Now, our setups allowed us to take the power from the guest bedroom light to be utilized for the guest bedroom closet, which significantly shortened having to fish wires through walls to pick up power. So this was a great idea. Also, additionally, the box that was already installed there was a double box possible, and this is a spare box we had on site. Now, the previous person here used 3-inch framing screws, 3-inch framing nails to fasten the box to the studs. So I had to use a pry bar, a chisel to pop these things out, and then I grabbed my needle nose pliers, as you can see, and I just additionally at that point pulled everything out. Yes, I did damage the drywall, but you'll see at the end that the plate covers everything up, all that damage. So now we're going to install the pot light, and I typically do the 2/3 rule, 2/3 center rule. So 1/3 into the closet, 2/3 going back so that it doesn't encompass anything, like say you have shoe boxes or something like that, and then obviously in the center. So that works out. And these pot lights come with a template. You just put on the ceiling, draw it out, then cut it with your drywall saw. And in this case, since if we're going into an attic space, I tentatively just push in all the wire that I can so it sticks up through the attic insulation. And this allows me to easily find and locate the wire. I also wrap electrical tape around the box to keep it secure and additionally fasten it and keep it together. I also wrap electrical tape around the wire that connects the LED light or pot light to the J-box itself, as you see here. So that always works out nice and easy, gives it a bit more waterproof, even though you don't really need it. And these lights are low voltage, so they can be put into damp areas. Additionally, the seal going around the LED lights helps keep a vapor barrier. Sorry about that. I tend to put some tuck tape once I'm in the attic around where I've broken the vapor barrier seal. Now, I always wear my PPE, so your safety glasses, respirator, overalls, gloves, and proper shoes so you can feel where the studs are once you're up in the attic. Now, we're up in the attic now. You can see lots of wires running everywhere, and always step where there's wood, joists or gables, whatever it is. That way you don't go through the ceiling, because drywall will not hold you up. Sometimes there's pathways built by framers so you can walk along and not have to fall through or go through the drywall. It is what it is. It all depends. And there's a lot of crazy things up there, so be careful of nails, screws, whatever could be in the plywood and or wood itself. There's also compressed framing for keeping the gables together. So you don't want to touch any of that stuff because it's very, very sharp. These things are built on an assembly line and they will cut you. So be safe while you're up there. Take your time and look around. See what's up. Now, additionally, how I found the wire was, again, it's pushed through all the way through the ceiling, and then I go back and I start looking at where things have been run. So it was pretty easy for me to find where to drill down through to make an additional hole, which will be sealed up, and I will seal all the other little holes up too with weather sealant or some kind of silicone or caulking, whatever it is, so that way it separates the attic air from the household air and maintains your thermal barrier, which is very important. Now here we'll be drilling a 1/2-inch hole through the two 2x4s into that space that we discussed and you saw from the guest room. At this point, we look through just to take a look to see what's there, and we see light coming in from the guest bedroom that shows us that we have drilled into the right area. If that light wasn't like that, you would know you're in the wrong area and you'd have to find the correct area. So now we just pass through all the wire that we can, and we try to keep it as straight as possible so we don't bind it up. And once we've accomplished that, we go down to take a look. I didn't see the wire, so I stuck my cell phone through the wall to see what was there, and I found that the wire had binded itself up inside the wall. I used a coat hanger to go up and fish it back down, which was easy enough. Now you see here all the wiring is done in place. We ponied it off the guest bedroom original light, so now that's going to power the guest bedroom closet light, as you see there. Now all my connections are taped, and all the screws and terminals for these switches are tight so that they don't touch or cause a short circuit. And we have a working pot light, which is amazing. So at this point, we just put everything back, put the plate back, and then we have a fancy smancy plate that goes right over it to hide all the screws, which makes a very nice, neat, clean install. And that is how you add a pot light to your guest bedroom closet. A very, very fine, posh way to have a closet. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope this helps.